good nonprofit organization with a real direct mission.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect.
It's a good thing that needs to happen because, if you don't share your story, who else is going to?
My perspective, Remember America's Hero is an excellent nonprofit with one mission, which is basically to carry the story of veterans to the community, particularly to the school community.
Overall, I think it's basically to give the students first-hand knowledge, first-hand information about the wars, the different wars, and to learn about some of the experiences that the men had and the women, but to give them really a one-on-one knowledge of some of the events that happened.
Yeah, you may not understand what goes into this, what kids see and how much kids help. We just want to listen, we just want to understand what happened.
I think the ones who have attended our session is probably maybe a good percentage of it sticks with them and makes them think. That's number one, rather than being just told this is it.
It's very interesting to see the kids and how they react to the veterans and how the veterans learn from the kids and the kids learn from the veterans. It's a beautiful thing.
All the kids came over and they interviewed 1 or 2 veterans that are at each table.
We were out there for 2 weeks, and the last 4 or 5 days we had no food whatsoever. We just had to scrounge.
Worst thing you can be involved in, period. But if you look at the history of mankind, there has always been war.
4 years in the Navy, I put 27 years in the Seattle Fire Department. I did my duty to my country. I paid my government back. Okay, now you kids, you got to do the same thing. You can go be a teacher, you can be a lawyer, a fireman, or something, a nurse or something, to do your duty to pay back, to take care of your other friends. And it's up to you to do that.
I think it's great if they absorb it and take an interest in it. Yeah, I think it's great. They'll probably start getting a little more interest in history and start looking up this stuff.
Some of the veterans even brought some of their personal things, which are great. Even some videos.
My wife participated in the Living History Day last year, or 2 years ago here at the Nestucca Valley Middle School, and I was off being deployed, getting ready to go to Afghanistan. And so they finally said, hey, you need to come here this year and do this Living History Day.
The benefit, I guess, was almost like a one-on-one conversation where I'm not talking to a group of people. In my case this morning, I was talking to 3 young ladies.
So it's critically important that you hear these veteran stories, just to remind you that, thank you. I have the ability to do anything I humanly possibly can do.
I don't think it was a chore for them. I think it was a treat for them to talk to me. I hope they enjoyed it. I hope they got something from it. They were making notes, and hopefully they'll get a better understanding of what it was all about.
I just kind of hope they never forget, and they listen to what you got to say and keep it in the back of their mind all the time. Especially with the World War II vets. It's a huge, tremendous chunk of world history that's going to be gone soon, and gone forever unless we do something about it.
We were Hell's Angels before we went in there. Because paratroopers were not the nice guys, and we got a halo. That's how we became dangerous.
I think it's a worthwhile program, and I think the interaction between the students and the veterans is very valuable to both sides. I think we could gain a lot of understanding with meeting with our young people and talking with them. I went to Nestucca High School, Oregon State, Linfield. I entered the service before the war because I was determined I wanted to fly airplanes. And it doesn't seem that long ago in one way, but when you come back and see the hometown, it's not the same.
We'll have the Assembly of Honor at the end where we're going to recognize all the veterans. The band's going to play, and the Hall of Cheers at the end, which is going to be great.
This is Cal Graham, and he was in the U.S. Army in World War II.
I think the personal aspect of it is important for the young people to learn.
People lots of times they get out of the service and they don't want any reminders, or they don't want to think about it. Like I say, it's been many years, but we're getting our rewards through this program.
Well, I think these kids will carry this down, like the guest speaker last night. She went through this in 8th grade. Now she's a sophomore. She's in a debate team, all that. I mean, it just broadened her horizon. And I think it's going to broaden a lot of these kids' horizons too.
I definitely want to see it go to all these different schools. I know from, I was talking about it last night, how it's so sad that all these different schools don't have it, or just don't want to have it. They have to open up their minds to see what's going on. They have to be able to let them come in.
It's like, as the name implies, living history. They're learning firsthand. What's down the road, I don't know. It depends on how much some of the other schools are interested, if they can anticipate how much of an impact it will have on the students. The principals, the school principals, or the school boards, or whoever it is that makes the decision, or makes the determinations to have the veterans come in and talk to them. I think it's important for the young people to learn.
So it's just a matter of being creative, going to these various school organizations, talking to their principals, and saying, this is an opportunity you have. Look at the videos that you've produced and see what a wonderful program it is. Attend Milwaukie High School, and then say to yourself, how I can shape this and let me or other members of RAW help you shape this to fit the needs of your students.
Very polite and attentive, and lots of thank yous and so forth, which makes us feel good too, We like to think somebody appreciated us.
They were so happy. They just wanted to stay. They wanted to stay longer, just be able to talk more, because this day goes by really fast.
There's no downsides to Living History Day. There's nothing but an upside.
I think we're accomplishing something with it, and I like to feel I'm part of it.
Just like I tell the kids, the veterans, every time you say veteran, go up and thank them. We believed in this country, we believed in our freedom, and we did this so that they'll have the same freedom as we did. And that's what we did. And it's up to you kids to do your duty now for freedom, because it's the most important thing in the world.